So it looks like the drama from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Seth Rogen is not coming down in the slightest. Now we have even more news about Seth Rogen's beautiful show that's coming out, and it's got people upset. Now, the original thing that got people upset was about April O'Neil and the fact that they made her black and ugly and fat, which seems to be the combination that they seem to go with when it comes to diverse characters because they can't just make them good looking. But now we have another iteration of the drama. So now Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is going to gender swap Leatherhead and Wingnut. Now, again, it's hilarious, man, that Seth Rogen, Mr. Dude Bro, Weed Bro, Seth Rogen, is gonna be the guy who is gonna try to top his own terrible Santa Inc. movie. He is going to try his best to get that #1 worst movie, TV show, whatever, back from Velma. You know, Velma took that away from him, and I think he took personal offense to it, to the point where now he's coming out with this to try to get it back. It's really hilarious stuff. So let's get into the article, guys. It says, Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem to gender swap Leatherhead and Wingnut. While most fans' attentions were understandably more focused on producer Seth Rogen's decision to subject April O'Neil to her second such race swap in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, it seems two more members of the Turtles cast have likewise received a quote-unquote modern update. Now, you know, the funny thing is, when I was looking at the trailer for this movie, whatever this is, I don't even know if it's a movie, TV show. When I was looking at the trailer for it, it really looked bad to me. Like, I just wasn't a fan of the animation. And I know when it comes to animation, that's a personal preference. So I'm not going to pretend like my way is the only way. If you like the animation, that's more power to you. It's all good. But when it comes to a particular show like this, when you're injecting identity politics, for me to even be somewhat involved, it's got to look good, right? It's got to present well. It's got to just look really, really good and be able to put the terrible story together to the sense that I can actually get involved to even review it. But when it comes to this, I just don't like this animation. This Spider-Verse style animation, I just do not like it. But that's me personally. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. You know, it's all good. It says these changes revealed in a series of promotional images released alongside the trailer, which did announce the actors' participation but did not specify their roles. It appears that Wingnut and Leatherhead will have their genders swapped in their silver screen debuts. Per said images, the franchise's resident Batman parody will be portrayed by actress Natasha Demetrio, one of the stars of the television version of What We Do in the Shadow. It says, while the fan-favorite Crocodile Mutant will be brought to life by Peter Rabbit and X-Men's first-class star Rose Byrne. Or Burn, one of the two. As noted above, these casting decisions, under the presumption that, like both this film and Across the Spider-Verse, respective characters must share their superficial traits with their voice actors, will result in the two characters being presented as women rather than their originally intended male forms. And that's another thing too. They are taking this even further. So they initially started with, oh, we need to see ourselves. We have to see ourselves. You have to be diverse on screen. There's no way. You have to see yourself. Even in an animated show, you have to see yourselves. That was the first excuse. Now they're doing it with the voice actors as well. Now they're saying, oh, if you are playing a black character, you have to be voiced by a black male. If you are playing a white character, you have to be voiced by a black male. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys get what I'm saying. It's insane, man. It's like voice actors should have nothing to do with whatever they're showing on screen. Some voice actors are so talented that you would never know what they were in real life in terms of their skin color or anything like that, their race. You would have no idea. That's why they are a voice actor. They have the skill to be able to change up their voice and create something that's memorable for the character they're trying to play on screen. And the fact that you're trying to limit that to something so superficial as skin color in something so simple as a voice, it's crazy to me. I never understood that, and it just goes to show that when you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. It says, first briefly introduced in the Peter Laird-produced comic series, including with American food producer Ralston Purina's 1989 serial, Wingnut makes his first proper appearance in the 123rd episode of the 1987 animated series, Zack and the Alien Invaders. Therein, the bat-like creature is depicted as an alien invader intent on taking over planet Earth. His plan to turn the children of Earth into mindless zombies ultimately stopped by the Turtles. The franchise's expanded universe later sees Wingnut become one of their staunchest allies. Conversely, through Wingnut is a rather minor character in the whole of TMT lore, Leatherhead is one of the series' most recognizable and beloved characters. It says, rising from the sewers in the 6th issue of Ryan Brown and Jim Lawson's canon 1988 series, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, itself launched by Mirage Studios to specifically introduce characters and expand the Turtle support cast. Leatherhead began life as a baby alligator in the Florida Everglades. However, after coming into contact with the series' signature mutagen, Leatherhead found himself not only sporting a new humanoid form, but also an equivalent intellect. In the aftermath of his change, Leatherhead finds himself regularly running into the Turtles, sometimes as their enemy, a role he most notably fulfilled in the 1987 cartoon, but mostly as their ally. So once again, it would not surprise me that they are going to gender swap this, right? I mean, this is stuff that we've come to expect from Hollywood studios, right? We've come to expect this stuff. Race swapping, gender swapping, identity politics, politics in general. This is what's going to happen with entertainment as it continues to go forward. And I remember reading an article the other day about how, I forgot who was talking about it, but they were basically saying that like wokeness is not going away anytime soon, like originally thought. And even though the pendulum is swinging in the sense that publicly wokeness is getting shamed more often, and there is like people still regularly defending it, but there are less and less as time goes on. People are really done with it. Like they just are not, they're not either entertained by it anymore, or honestly, it's just so crazy some of the stuff that they're coming out with that even some of the most woke people in the world cannot defend it. Like Velma was notoriously hated from both sides, and there's a reason for that. And there's going to be more of that. And you know what I guarantee? I guarantee Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is probably going to be that same thing. Both sides are probably going to hate this this movie or whatever. I guess it's a movie, yeah, from what I was reading before. People are going to hate this movie, and you will get people that will show for it. You're going to get CBR that's going to show for it. You're going to get Screen Rant that's going to show for it. You're going to get all these websites that are going to show for it, Kotaku, all the typical ones that show for stuff like this, they're going to do that. But still, ultimately, at the end of the day, when you're talking about the audience, I think people are waking up, and they're definitely not going to be for this anymore like they were originally. At least on that side, anyway. It says, and of course, as in particularly obvious given to his constantly shirtless appearance, Leatherhead was originally created as a male character. In a brief aside, these character alterations, April included, come as particularly hilarious, as while Rogen clearly made them in the name of representation, his own role in the film as Bebop actually whitewashes an originally black character. And that's another, I was going to make a video on that separately, but we might as well just talk about it now. That is fucking hilarious to me, that Seth Rogen, a white dude, is voicing a black character, and nobody seems to be complaining about that. It's insane to me. I think that's absolutely insane. If you're gonna have the mindset, right? For me, I don't care. A voice actor should have nothing to do with what the character, like how they look should have nothing to do with the character, in my opinion. But if you want to make that argument and you want to make that a thing, then that means that you must abide by that as well, Seth Rogen. And if you are voicing a notoriously black character and you are a white dude, you are going against your own laws, your own beliefs, your own ideologies. And I get it. You guys are hypocrites, 100%. We understand this and we know this. But the fact that you're so open and blatant about it by voicing this character is hilarious. And what are you going to do, race swap him? If you race swap him, that's going to be even more hilarious. So, again, I just can't believe that Seth Rogen is voicing Bebop. I think it's probably one of the funniest, most ironic things that is coming out of this whole TMNT craziness that's going on. And I cannot wait to see what comes from this when it actually finally releases. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.